Hey guys, it's Donna. How you doing? It is October 12th, 2019. I am here for whatever time I have on my phone right now because my camera is not working, which would make sense because of the fact that we are headed into the Hunter's Moon, full moon, and it's pulsating. I guess a lot of people out there that are sensitive, you're probably feeling it right about now. I am doing all the fire signs. I'm going to make sure they're all up. Leo's the last one, and that's what I'm doing right now. But I want to know how you're feeling. I want to know how you're feeling, how you are taking the moon energy that's coming in right now. Is it vibrating, pulsating? Is it coming? Oh, geez. That sounded all sexual. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That sounded all kind of sexual. I didn't mean it in that sense. I meant, are you feeling the ebb and flow of like needing to release something or ready for something new to start? Are you ready for something brand new to illuminate your life? I feel like for Leo, it's like you got a shot, baby. You got to take it. I feel like, when things come your way, it's like you're not really going to have much time, I feel, to sit and pause. I feel like you're going to have to go for the gusta, is what I'm getting. Got my Rider-Waite in my hands. Already blessed, already went through it. Before I actually start the Leo, I'm going to say that I will be doing, you know what, I'm going to do it on another video, but I will be doing candle lighting of this weekend. I'm going to do the archangels. I have Uriel, I have Michael, I have Raphael, I have Gabriel, and I also have, one other one. How can I, it's like on the tip of my tongue. Metatron, sorry. Whatever reason, that just like slipped my mind. That's how things have been lately, just slipping my mind. Like you're focused on one thing and all of a sudden it's like right there, you want to say it, but for some reason the moon energy and the energy just around you lately, been feeling it. Like it's heavy dosages, giving you some sort of like impactful feeling. It's almost like I wanted to sit back, but I think I'm just going to kneel a little bit because I had spinal fusion a while back and it's just starting to get to me a little. So I like standing doing my readings because I pace a lot of times and I can't pace with this. So I have to kind of be back and forth or moving or whatever. But if you guys have been feeling the energy lately, it's like they're not leaving anybody behind, and they're not they're not serving anybody. They're not going to serve you anymore, okay? They're not going to wait for you to awaken to what's around you or what's coming your way or what you see happening. They're not going to sit there and wait on you. It's like either you get with the program and you see what it is that's happening, or you don't. Everybody will keep awakening through lifetimes and, as years go by and so forth. But right now, it's like, one of my clients said on here to me about, that they see my ethics, that brought me to tears, which is not very hard for a sappy, empathic Saggy, okay, to cry, okay? I'm a very emotional person that will let out my emotions very easily, which is a good thing sometimes, and sometimes it's not when you want it to happen. I have to hold myself from like breaking down because, as much as like I can be a native New Yorker, Queens type of girl, thuggish, kind of like not take any shit type of attitude, but my heart is bigger than all of that. And I love each and everybody out there that lands on me, whether you be new to my channel or somebody that has been there for quite some time, have been coming along. I noticed one thing that has been bothering me, and I get extremely over exasperated when I get too much emails, too many things coming at me at one time, too many sessions, too many, phone sessions, too many readings coming to me all at one time, and I want to do everybody and I can't, and I wind up over exasperating myself. I put that OCD tendency all on me. Nobody does it but myself, and I'm the only one that can put up barriers and make that stop. So if this resonates with anybody out there that's been trying to keep up with a pace that you can't really keep up with anymore, and I know for me, I'm going to be taking down the likes and the not likes on my pages. I had taken down and disabled a lot of comments because I don't want to read certain things that are not good for me, because I'm good at constructive criticism, but when people are doing it maliciously to hurt you or to inflict some sort of pain on you or your demeanor, and they don't even know you, but they're just doing it because someone told them to do it, or someone advised them, would you do that? Why don't you do that? Or something or another. Get to know me for who I am rather than what other people have said, or what you have glanced by and took a note of, maybe one video. Get to know who I am. Like I'm new here. I only started August 3rd, 2019. I'm brand new. I am, I go to a couple people on here. I think one person I just inquired about that I will be working with to do some work for me. And one person that I had gone to get a reading. This other person I'll be working on a different level with. Both fabulous people. Because I want to give other people that are YouTubers on here to show that I believe in them and I support them. And I think that it's good when there's new people on that are ethical. I mean, if you're a good empath, intuitive, the person that you're seeing in front of you is a good person as well. You'll be able to pick up on their energy by looking at their YouTube video, maybe, just by picking up on their energy. I know I can see somebody and read right off of them, but sometimes I'll check out something to make sure that they are who they say they are. So that's something that's important to me, because I haven't established a great big tribe yet, which you don't need a big tribe. I understand that. I had so many lozenges before I came on here. It's more on my nose now, so it's kind of leaving the throat to the nose. However, when the full moon comes, I become even more parched. My nose, when I'm working on certain healings, my eyes water, things like that. I know I just jump. I have ADD. It's like I have so much I want to say in such a, it's different content, I guess, for different things. But sometimes when I get on here, I start thinking something like I'm supposed to be doing Leo right now. Instead, I'm talking about being new on YouTube and wanting to be, I like to get to know some YouTubers. And that's why I support people that I believe in, to go to them, pay them, to do a service for me and stuff, because I'm not egotistical and I don't, have all this pride that I feel that I'm so much more, that, I feel like we should be supporting one another. And I get the sense on here, it's been pretty desolate as far as really being supportive, as far as other YouTubers supporting each other. I feel like some people have that and a lot of people don't. I feel it's a shame, because I feel that I would shout out anybody on here that I truly knew that was working of the light, and I see them taking sabbaticals or taking time outs to rejuvenate, because anybody that works with energy and clients on a regular basis, you would have to take a time off. Even God rested on the 7th day. That's why he put Sunday there, as the day of rest for people, even though before the naysayers start, pointing fingers saying, no, I work on Sunday, I don't have a day off. I understand that, and that's all of a choice, what we have to do. But there was a day off that was given, and God gave that. So I take the time when I'm supposed to be in the middle of my upheavings and purgings and opening and clearings of everything. You know, everything comes on the physical. Like, we have to treat it as a physical symptom, although it could be on a spiritual level. And that's how I always treat it, as though it's physical. But you know, when you're taking 7 days of an antibiotic that is 875 milligrams, okay, even though I'm taking, I am taking a, it just leaves my mind again, probiotic for me, but the medicine isn't working because it has nothing to do with the physical true ailment. It has to do with processing, upheaving. I say a lot about that purging. So when you're going through places and you don't know what's wrong with you, and you feel like, you've been in this cycle and you've been feeling a certain way for so long, and that goes with like depression. I wanted to say, especially like I had a lot of people in my life when I said that I want to start healing people on here. And that's why I'll be working with some of the Archangel candles. I will be lighting on behalf of people, writing your name on there. I will have a page where you can leave your name in a blessings book. I'm calling it a manifesto book, where if you have some things that you would like to be blessed upon on a certain day, that I will do that. I'll have it circulating through community. I'll post it up there for you if you want to sign your name on there. You don't have to disclose what it is that you want if you feel it's that personal. But if you put your name on there, I will have like a manifesto booklet going around. So this way, I've done this before, many times actually before, for my clients, and it always has worked. That's how I start with some of the healing process. However, I heal you also through my energy, through my lives that I'll be doing. Super chats that I'll be coming on. I'll be reading more through super chats than putting up a lot of content. But I will keep putting content up. I will show you with my archangels how I light them, how I pray over them, what I pray over them. All my Psalms that I use, the Apostles' Creed is a big one. Our Father is another one. Glory be to the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. I do a lot of that kind of work, and I let them go. St. Jude, especially for the healing of someone that is really, really having a hard time mentally and emotionally, physically as well. I work with that, with your name. When I circulate the book, I'll be able to light that on behalf and let that burn out for 7 days. As I see, this is not turning into a Leo read. This is more about healing and my process that I'm looking to do. So I see that divine guidance is actually putting me in a space right now to give you guys more of what I am having upcoming this coming week. I'm going to be starting it. I have already wrote up a lot of content of what I want to be focusing on. I am also, as many people, go through personal things too, along with my spiritual upheaval. I go through my own personal things that you don't want to inflict or penetrate over to you guys. So I always put a shield up before I get on here. I shield everything around my camera, my phone, anything that is around my desk area here. I light a candle. I always have a candle because of it being, I always have a candle burning somewhere in the vicinity. I look into the light, so I will dispose of any negativity coming my way. Any people that are kind of looking and having not great intentions towards me for one reason or another. But people need to know that people are either going to like you or not. Listen, there's a whole big world out there, okay? And there's a lot of people that do need help and do want help. I don't enable people. I'm not an enabler. Like, if you're going to keep coming to me about the same person in the same situation that I feel 100% isn't going any place, all right? If it's actually not going to go anywhere, I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to let you know that. I will let you know if that person is just somebody that is either in the narc family, sociopath family, who has some sort of problem on a mental level and is just going to continue to keep putting you in that place, I will definitely be telling you why I feel the way I do about it and help you to untangle the web, a wee web that you have with the person. I will help you be able to let go. I mean, ultimately, hi Nala, you want to come on up? Come on Nala. It's my Siamese Burmese. This is my Nala, my 20-pound Nala. This is Nala, everybody. This is my baby. She hangs out. I have Buddha Monkey and I have Nala. She's sitting on the chair over here. She likes to come around when there's reads going on or energy is being absorbed. Now that she put, so I can start coughing, please. Hi Nala Bean. She comes around anytime that there's, she's very Egyptian. She has a lot of Egyptian energy, as though Siamese, she has Burmese also in her. She's extremely intuitive, which they are, and Nala loves to hang out anytime that I'm doing any sort of work that pertains to like readings, my sessions. She sits on my lap when I'm on the phone. She'll come and rub up against me. You'll see her tail go back and forth. And she throws out her energy too to people, and she absorbs a lot. So that's why she's kind of husky. She's only 3 years old. I've had her since she's been, Nala, how old were you? About 6 weeks old. I got her from a place in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They had a breeder over there that was very particular on who she allowed to connect with her cats to take, which is really good because you can tell that they were well taken care of. And I wanted a boy, and she just wanted to go to my youngest daughter and wouldn't leave her. So we came home with a girl instead of a boy. She's very smart. She does yoga too. I'll have to post a picture of her. She does morning yoga and evening yoga. She does her stretches on her back, and she goes in a pose. She'll have her paws up in a certain way. She'll have her paws. It's real funny. But anyway, I just got sidetracked by her. See, that's how it goes. It's like you're on one topic and you want to fulfill. So as I said from the beginning, I will be having the Archangel candles working for health, wealth, mental anguish, anything to do with emotional. We'll be lighting them, and I can do several at a time. I'll be circulating the manifesto in the community. I will post it up there where you can put your name in there. I'll put a writing in there and a little quote you'll see where you can put yourself in there and just let it circulate. And as you feel drawn to putting your name or the reason why you need it, and I will definitely be working on it at all angles. I do at all angles. I don't just come in at one place. I come in at many places. Most people that channel can relate, will understand what I'm saying. Most people that are empathic will understand, that work with energy, that are healers or shamans, they'll understand you have to come in at many ways for people in order to kind of alleviate some of the structure on how they're holding on or manifesting certain things. We have to work together. I always ask permission from your higher self as I do anything for anybody. Even when people ask on other people, I have to ask their higher self of the other person if it's okay. When somebody wants to know, well, how do they feel? Are they coming back? I always have to go to the higher self to find out if it's okay before I start going in somebody's energy without permission. That's not me. I will never do that. I don't want to create karma for myself, nor is it what we should be doing. I don't know if people have ever told you that. Maybe lots of people have, but that's how I operate. As I said, I'm new to YouTube, okay? But I'm not new as being an energy healer, a channeler, intuitive empath, okay? You name it, I've done it. The only thing I haven't done is any dark magic. That's not my forte. There's a lot of people out there that can do it. I think that I'm hypersensitive empath, being that I am. That would be way, way too much for me to be able to take on. I'm a thug in the light. I'm the light, but not in the dark. I know everybody has their role that they play, and this is the role that I play. This is where I'm at on helping people. And I'm thinking about maybe putting up a full moon tomorrow evening. If I get enough people that email me or let me know in comments or whatever that would be looking to participate in a full moon, hunter moon, which it is, and it's very inviting for many people when you come together as a whole, okay, that you are actually bringing forth to all the spirits, all the angels, the ancestors, you know, all that's around you circulating. You want to permeate all greatness, that the things that you want, things that you don't want, things that you'd like to see happening sooner than later, writing up your own petition in the full moon of letting go of things that you know you need to let go of and that you've just been so doggone not gonna do it, don't want to do it, can't do it. I feel like if I do it, and I'll show you very briefly, you'll have a piece of paper, whatever paper you design, write on all the, you know, this, you know, your name, you'll put your name on there, you know, you'll write either to the Heavenly Father or, you know, whoever you want to write it to, of all the things that you want to let go. And then you can write a list on there, all the things that you want to see starting to manifest in your life, illuminate in your life, things that you want to be a part of your life. And the best time to do it is in the illumination of the moon phase. You know, that's the best time that you can put things forward and work in it. I mean, you can work at it at any time, but this is like the most highest energetic time to do so, being that we're in Libra season and this is the time of the year where, you know, we're ending out this year of 2019. So we are going into a much different phase in 220. You know, 220 is like we'll be dealing with a lot of karmic, I feel like we're going to be dealing with a lot of different karmic situations that we have completely ignored, or we don't even know that it belongs to us. I see 2020 being a positive, but finally announcing and denouncing, you know, saying no more and inviting in more positivity, more like-minded people into your circle, letting go of people that don't vibe with you or just absolutely don't make you feel positive about yourself. People that, like, my big thing is, I'm gonna move this chair. Sorry guys, my knee is kind of hurting and she's on it, so I'm just gonna move it with her on here so I don't see. I'm short, so it doesn't make much of a difference. I want to be able to what was I just oh, what was I just saying? I just lost my mind for a minute. About the illumination 220 of what we want and what we don't want. And we'll be doing more manifesting and seeing our manifestations actually come to life more in 220. So I have a lot of different things that I feel that will intrigue a lot of people to work with me on. Like I said, I'm going to have more of where you can dial in online on a phone number. You'll have an extension, and I'm going to be doing group like teachings. I did it through a podcasting. I used to do it on Facebook. I used to have podcastings on there. me and quite a few different other gifteds, we would do things like that. One would host with another, and it worked great, and then as everything fades out, new things come in. But you'll be able to actually dial in on like 1-800 number, my extension, at like say 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll take as many as possible. It'll be like, I won't put anything astronomical, like $10, $15 or something for an hour, and we'll be talking about, you won't be able to actually speak with me. I will be actually speaking to you upon what I'm going to be letting you know ahead of time, what we'll be working on, whether it's opening up your third eye chakra, your crown, working on your throat chakra, or working on all your chakra systems, teaching you to come in contact more with your spirit guides, to know when they're around and how to call them in, how to follow your gut instincts, heightening your abilities, working with you to heighten your abilities. As we're on the calls, all of the angels will be on there with us, all the archangels. I always call in the highest working power energy to work with me when I do this, because I channel through the whole call. And I think a lot of people will be kind of fascinated by how much you get out of an hour call, and like I said, it'll be a certain, like, I'm trying to keep things down, low expense for everybody, because I know that it's really hard for people to afford, especially when they have a family, or they're in debt, going through a divorce, or they've been depressed and haven't been able to work. There's been many reasons why I feel people, but I do in an affordable way. And this way, you let me know. I'll see it come through my Cash App or a Venmo. I'll have on there, come in through either, and then I'll know who's on the call, and I'll address you on the call. So this way, you know that I'm working with you. Like if I see, for instance, let's say Amanda, okay, I'll say, Amanda, you're on the call. We're going to be working on this on you. I'll see Melissa. Okay, Melissa, we're going to be working on this on you. Okay, I'll be calling out what they're showing me, what we'll be working on each person. That's why it's important to always let me know who you are, your name. So this way, when I'm on the call, I don't always know exactly who's coming in unless they give a prompt. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We had a lot of difficulties with that at times when people tried to prompt themselves in and they didn't say their name. And some people were like, I didn't get called out, so this way we'll either email me, this way I know you, and I'll see it come in through Cash App or Venmo, will be up there for you. But that'll be coming in shortly. And that's how we'll be working on guidelines as I have it set up on your spiritual gifts, how we'll be opening you, how we'll be centering you, how you'll be working with your spirit guides, workshops through conference calls. I feel like it's a wonderful way to connect, and I feel like a lot of people have always enjoyed that. And I feel especially for YouTube, it's a plus for people rather than always doing a live, because there's so many people on there and people want answers to certain things. So they're asking you and you're trying to read and answer people and keep your concentration and your channeling centered one way. When people are asking questions over here, they don't understand that you can't bombard somebody when they're channeling or they're there for you. We have to go at a slower pace, and sometimes it's very hard to do so when you're one person. Pretty soon I will be having my oldest daughter joining me. We'll actually be doing a duo, mother and daughter, lives for people. We'll be answering questions on Cash App for Super Chat, or Venmo. You'll be able to pay through on my Super Chat, and we'll actually both be, because she works, she's a doctor, but she's also extremely gifted. She's a highly sensitive empath as well, and she's a strong healer. So she'll be working side by side with me. We'll have the screen split in half, and this way, she'll be able to give you what she gets, and I'll be able to get, and it'll work great. I feel the mother and daughter duo, like I said, she works doing it on another foundation. She eventually will be doing a YouTube channel with my son However, it's going to be on nutrition. It's going to be on healthy living, lifestyles. It's going to be a brother-sister team that will be also it's on here. There's brother and sisters that are on here, but these two, Lorenzo and his sister, are very creative and they're very funny. They both have an awesome personality and they very much offset each other, so it's kind of cool. So if I'm doing a shout out before they even go on, maybe that's what I'm doing, but it's not my intention. It just came out. But I am going to have my daughter on here. Actually, my youngest wanted to get on too, and she's like, can we do all three of us? And she's too young, even though she's highly gifted and she's able to channel and bring forth energy and information and very strong healing, and her capacity is like through the roof. But she's too young and she's working on her sports and her schooling and stuff right now. As like I said, my other daughter is a doctor. She graduates fully in 2020 of May, but she is using her gifts. She's gonna utilize it for that, but more in the naturopathic way, and she's gonna be awesome at it. Because she has a huge heart. She loves hard, and she'll do anything for anybody. However, if you do her wrong or her family, she will X you out of her life forever and never look back again. So that's a for certain. She's extremely loyal to her family, and she's very kind, not because they're my kids, but they're really very, very nice looking children to look at. So the brother and sister duo that they're going to do, my son is very muscular. He works out, very into fitness, like very motivational speaking type of tendency from him. You can see the angelicness in his eyes radiate, they pierce you. He has a lot of my color, which is amber. In the center of it, there's like a gold beam that goes in both of our eyes, him and me. So you know, when we're good, and when we're bad, we're really bad together. So yeah, when we're good, we're 100% Gucci good. But we could go from Gucci good in a hot minute to each other. We could absolutely go at it, but don't hurt any of his. He calls us his girls. All three are his girls. Don't touch his girls. Don't hurt his girls. Don't make him have to, like, you know, get his anger up, because like he will come for you, and he will come for you hard, and you won't even know it. You'll be thinking, this really sweet guy, very big and has tattoos a lot all over, but yet you won't know. Trust me, he'll just pounce you. You won't even know it's coming. That's anyway. That's my Scorpio. He was born on Halloween, by the way. His birthday's coming up. At 11:11 p.m. he was born. So you tell me what Lorenzo is about. For people that are very gifted out there, you tell me a child born on Halloween at 11:11 p.m. When the doctor said 11:11, when I had a C-section, when he was born, okay, I thought they meant 11 pounds, 11 ounces, because he was very, very heavy. He's my middle child, so he was very, very heavy. My daughter wasn't like that. I had a C-section with all three. But he was, because I'm very short and I have a very small torso, so I, don't carry very well. And yes, Nala, I'm talking about Lorenzo. Yes. Here at Halloween and Lorenzo. So I opened up the maternity ward when my water broke on Halloween. I went trick-or-treating. My daughter was 4, my oldest. And he wasn't due until 11/8. And he came on Halloween at 11:11. When they said that, I thought 11 pounds, 11 ounces makes sense behind the curtain. As they had the curtain up, I'm laying back and I'm like thinking to myself, no wonder why this, and they said, no, that was the time he was born. We called the time he was born. I was like, oh my God. I'm thinking to myself, I got a crystal child. Oh, I gotta see him. I gotta see him. Hurry up, get him to me. Let me see. And here he came. Nala. Now she's standing up here trying to get up to the camera. You want to come here? Come on. Come on, Chula. Chula, Chula. Come on. Since I had been sick, she laid with me a lot. Here, Chula. Come on. You want to talk to people? You want to tell the people on YouTube? Huh? What do you want to tell them? She's throwing a lot of radiating energy right now. I feel her. Because her tail is just swishing me back and forth. And she only does that when she's either in deep thought, or she wants to play, or she's ticked. She's mad about something, or she's mad at somebody. You know, something in the house. If my golden retriever walks by, she gets annoyed. If my little Buddha monkey, my little Yorkie, starts barking at her and wants to fight with her, she starts flipping the tail. Because she's bigger than he is, right? So anyway, yes, that's got off track again. But anyway, my intentions are to let you know about the new things that I will be having coming up. And I hope you guys will be enthralled in it. And even though we didn't get to do the Leo, I will do it as soon as I'm done with this video. If I have energy, which I still have enough energy in me to do so. So I hope that I covered a lot. We'll go over also, if you want to learn how to read tarot. People call it tarot, people call it tarot. If you want to know how to do pendulum reads, okay, which I advise everybody. Also for kinesiology, people utilize this. Kinologists use this over your body to show what areas in your body are, you know, ailing and what areas need to be worked on. I tell people all the time, chiropractors have it in their office. They utilize it. I know my chiropractor does. They have different things that they use, but it's basically a pendulum. People think pendulum right away. Oh gosh, you know, oh no, negative energy. That's not true. Not in the least. But I always have that, you know, for yes and no, and to go over the body area and for questions. And mine is always supercharged because, as you can see, it's going on its own. I'm holding the ball. I have it supercharged during the day in the sun. When it rains, I put it in the rain. When the moon, like it's going to be out tonight with all, I have 4 of them. So I will put the amethyst. This is the pink quartz. I have one of the chakra system. And then I have one that is really kind of cool. It's I believe it's called a tiger's eye. Yeah, it's a tiger's eye. Whatever, you know, radiates when I put under there to ask questions. And it works perfectly. And I will show you guys how to be able to utilize so that you can have your questions sometimes answered, whether some of you already do this or not. But we can show how we can empower it more. Like I pray over this. It sits in Himalayan salt. When I'm not charging it, it goes in the Himalayan salt little, you know, bin, crystal bin that I put it in, because everything I put in is in crystal. I use everything with the crystal. I don't like to use certain things like crystal like that is so good to put all your salts in. Vibrational wise, it raises the vibe on everything. So any type of crystals I have, if I keep them in containers with salt over them, will always be in something that's crystal. When I bring them to my venues, anything that I have is always sitting in, the crystals are sitting in crystal containers. There you go. There you go. Well, I got through Aries read without coughing. I think maybe once. I got through this without coughing, just a little tiny bit, nothing big, no runny nose. So obviously this is all good. But I just wanted to put out there some of the things that I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I will be able to help you with tarot, whatever you want to call it. I never read the book. I follow it the way that I see the picture and format. It's always worked for me. things that I've seen for people have always happened. So I trust my guides that show me never to use the book and just go with the picture, the insights of what you see more than anything. Anything else I want to go over? The cards, the pendulum, the candles, the conference call for, it'll be like a master class of the awakening, awakening thyself. I don't know how I'm going to word it yet, but it's going to be something where you'll know when I'm going to do it. And I'll be doing super chat now that I reached my quo, where I needed to be at. Yes, so I'm thankful for all you out there, grateful for all of you out there that have helped me along, the ones that have stuck by my side and believed in me. And I hope some of you will reach out to me more and see that I'm useful in some way or another. Look, jinxed myself. How you like that? Anyway, I'm going to end it here, and I will catch you guys on the Leo read. Sorry about that. I'm not even going to edit the beginning because I'm doing it off my phone right now, and the quality is fine on my phone. Otherwise, I have to do it, and my camera's not working the way that it should. I don't know what I did to it. I make a mess out of everything. That's anything electronical, computers, whatever. I fuck them. Oops. I have to watch because I have commercials now. I F them up. I wind up screwing something up and making a mess. So I can handle this one on my own. All right, guys. So it's been great chatting with you. I guess I'll put up chit chat with the Shaman Queen on there, so this way what's coming up. And probably would have been kind of cool to do it live, but then I would have to communicate with people, and then I would lose the train of thought. You have to understand too, I want you to understand this especially. I went through major surgery in 2016. I was under probably 7.5 hours, and I had a lot of anesthesia, and I wound up going in for spinal fusion, and I wound up having a blood clot in my left thigh. And when I came out after being in there all that time, I had a fractured spine, and L4, 5, and S1 were all completely gone. So they had to fix that, and also my spine. And then it wound up leaving me with a blood clot. I'm sure you guys don't really care about this shit, but stuff. But this is the reason I'm telling you, is because ever since 2016, I have had I have short-term memory loss from that. It was bothering me for the longest time. I was in ICU for 10 days after the surgery. I was only supposed to be in there 3 to 4 days and be out. The neurosurgeon, because I had the blood clot, they had to give me blood thinner shots in my stomach, and they kept monitoring me and so forth. We're dying out now, so I'm going to have to go. Love you guys. Mwah. Namaste. I can see my phone's dying. But that I have short-term memory loss, so sometimes I come in and out of it. Anyway, I will catch you guys on a rebound. See ya. Bye.